On 5th of July 2021, the Berlin process under the auspices of Angela Merkel will convene again. What can we expect from this meeting?
Well, we hope for new initiatives for the integration of the Western Balkan countries into the European Union and also integration amidst the Western Balkan countries, because the origin of the Berlin process has been to give initiatives, to give incentives for the Balkan countries to meet their own demands and to promote integration in the Western Balkan countries amidst themselves, but of course also to take some steps in the direction of the European Union. And for Angela Merkel, it's one of her last events she's organizing, of course, especially on the Balkan countries, and she could give the message to her successor and to the other leaders in Europe that the integration of the Western Balkan countries is an important issue, not only for the countries in the Balkans, but also for the European Union and for the whole integration process in Europe.
All Western Balkan countries, with the exception of Kosovo, have visa liberalization towards the European Union. How important is the topic of visa liberalization for the Kosovar people?
I think it's very important. The Kosovo people feel themselves anyway discriminated. Still 5 member countries of the European Union don't recognize the independence of Kosovo. And they have a very, let's say, difficult past behind them. So visa liberalization would be an important step, even because now the European Union is not fulfilling the promises that the conditions, when they are met by Kosovo government, they would open up visa liberalization. Some countries, unfortunately, inside the European Union are still blocking to fulfill this promise. Of course, the government in Kosovo has to do its own job of integrating all the citizens of Kosovo, finding a solution in the dialogue with Serbia, but even if the government is not doing all what it could do, the people should not be punished by discriminating and by rejecting or denying visa liberalization.
The Berlin process also tried to include civil society. And civil society is also very important when it comes to the topic of reconciliation, considering that now we are commemorating 30 years after the breakup of Yugoslavia. How important is this, but also in the context of visa liberalization within the region, because Bosnians and Kosovars still cannot travel freely between themselves, even though there might be some progress pretty soon?
Well, the civil society, or part of the civil society, is now very active in fighting for visa liberalization between the Balkan countries themselves, for Kosovo people. And I think that's an important issue, and personally, but also on behalf of the International Institute for Peace, we very much support visa liberalization also inside the Balkan countries themselves. It is an important step towards reconciliation, as we mentioned in some of our interviews in the past, and was especially underlined by Vesna Pusic. Reconciliation is a way of life, so it's not only a process which can start and be stopped, but towards defining and promoting this way of life, visa liberalization is an important step, and therefore it is very important for the process of reconciliation. People have to be able to meet each other freely without obstacles, without long processes of trying to get a visa. So that's an important issue, and I think therefore, again, visa liberalization for the Kosovo people is important, but also for the whole process of reconciliation, which is necessary in Kosovo, which is necessary between Kosovo and Serbia, necessary for the whole country of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and for the whole region, finally also for Europe, because we should not forget reconciliation is not finished in some of the European countries or in Europe as a whole. So again, we need that way of life in order to build a better future.